Weeks ago, where the word of the Lord declares, letting God finish, or he that has started a work in you shall complete it. And I preach to you, let God finish what he has started. How many of you know that God has started something down on the inside of you? And so today it is my desire, within these next 6 minutes or so, it is my desire to challenge you, to empower you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to challenge you in the area, to make you to understand that you will never be fulfilled in life until you fulfill the God vision that God has placed down on the inside of you. There is something that God has placed down on the inside of you. There is something that God desires for you to do, and you will never be able to walk in the discipline of life until you say, God, I want to fulfill that of which what you have for me. Somebody lift up your hands and say, God, I want to fulfill your purpose for my life. There is a vision that is down on the inside of you. There is a yearning for more. There is a desire. Is there anybody in the house on today that has ever seen more? You feel more. You know that there is more than meets the eye. There is something that God has for you to do. You have dreamed dreams. You have had visions. You know that there is something that God has placed a mandate upon your life. There is a vision that God has given you. Though it does not matter when God gave you the vision. It could have been 15 years ago. It could have been when you was a child. But you know there is something that God has given you to do. And I hope I'm just not talking to myself in this place on today. But you know that there is something that you are hungry for. You are thirsty for. You desire more in life. You say to yourself when you wake up in the morning, there has to be more than where I am or what I'm doing right now. And there is a vision that God has for you. Somebody declare with me, there is a vision that God has for me. And I want to wake it up on today. I want to stir it up. I want to get you to going. I want to motivate you to understand that there is something that God has created you to do. There is something that you were born to do, that you have been purposed and that you have been determined to do something that God has more for you. He has more for you. There is something greater that God has for you. And I want you to understand that the only way that you're going to get to what it is that God has for you, and I got to hurry in this message on today, but the only way that you're going to get to what it is that God has for you in this season, because this is the season of release. This is the season that God desires to release blessings and prophetic words over your life that has been spoken over your life years prior. This is the season that God desires for you to walk in manifestation. This is the season that God desires for you to have the best, to live in the best, to drive the best. This is the season that God desires for you to build it. This is the season that God desires for you to walk in it. This is the season that God desires for you to go after every single thing that he has designed for you to go after. This is the season. Somebody declare with me, this is my season. This is my season. This is your season. And I'm trying to tell somebody the only way that you're going to get to the place that God has for you is, number one, is by understanding that you must prioritize in order to be able to accomplish the vision that God has for you. Everybody say, I must prioritize. You have to understand you must put some things in priority. You must put some things in place. You can no longer afford to spend time, to waste time on people, places, things that God has never called for you to be connected to. This is the season that you must disconnect yourself from any and everything that will cause the vision that God has given you to be compromised. Vision, there is something in you that won't let you stop going. There is something in you that won't let you give up. There is something in you that won't let you become discouraged. There is something in you that won't let you become depressed, despondent. There is something in you. It is a purposeful passion that is fueled by persistence and tenacity. And I know I'm preaching to somebody in this place today that has been going through something. But the reason that you won't give up, because there's something down on the inside of you that every time you get ready to throw in the towel, you have a flashback and you remember that where I am right now is not where I'm going to die, because God has more for me. Every time you get ready to say, I had enough with this, I cannot do it anymore. I've been giving, I've been going, and I cannot go another mile will. But God says what's in you is the vision that's driving you. It's driving you even when you try. Vision is driving you even when you're discouraged. Vision is driving you. You can't sleep because you got vision down on the inside of you. You can't eat because there's something that says there is more. Somebody shout, there is more.
There is more.
There is more. There is more. You can't sleep. You can't eat. You won't stop until you see it, because there is that tenacity there. It's that vision that you have had, that you know what it is that God has said. You can't even get sick and die because the vision has not come to pass. And I'm preaching to somebody today. Even though the enemy may try you and may try to get the best of you, you just keep on popping right back up. Because of vision.
Yes.
There is a vision that's down on the inside of you. There is something that is keeping you, that even when you feel like crying, and even when you do cry, you wipe the tears from your eye because the vision encourages you. Down the Lord says sometimes you got to encourage yourself. And that's what the vision does. When ain't nobody else patting you on your back, when ain't nobody else saying, Pastor Ross, you're doing a good job, we're predestined to purpose. When ain't nobody else telling you, Jay, that you're going to be able to sign off on the building. It's a vision that you hear down on the inside saying, if you just keep on going, it shall come to pass. I want to tell somebody that passion is pushing you. That passion is causing you to keep on going. The passion that you have for the vision. Now, hear me in this place on today. Because a lot of times people, they get excited about vision. They get excited about vision, but it's hard sometimes to be faithful to when challenges arise. But I got good news for you. That's why the word of the Lord says, as I was writing this message out about 2:30 last night, that's why the word of the Lord says, but now the just shall live by faith. Baby, I want to let you know that there will be a price to pay for the vision. Somebody you may shout about it, but I need to tell you the other half to this. There will be a price that you're going to have to pay in order to see the vision come to pass. There will be a price